Can we survive in Austria, especially in Vienna, without knowing German? Hi, it's been a while. I thought it would be nice to sit down today, have a little Q&A. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you must have seen that I posted a story about a month ago in which I asked you guys to ask me questions. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, here is my username. So I got a lot of responses. You guys asked me a lot of questions, and I will be answering the questions that were mostly asked by you. So, first question that I have is, can we survive in Austria, especially in Vienna, without knowing German? The straight answer to this question is yes, you can survive in Vienna without knowing German. From my personal experience, I've been living in Vienna for more than a year and I don't know German. But I would also say it depends on what the reason of your stay is. So for me, I was an intern in the UN for a year and it's an English speaking organization. So we were speaking English all day. And now I'm an intern in another organization and it's also an English organization. So I don't need German there too. So it depends why you are coming to Vienna. Are you coming here for studies? Are you coming here for an English taught program? If yes, then it's fine to just live with English. So you just need to learn a few words which will help you with everyday conversations like hallo, danke, bitte, tschüss. And when you go to grocery stores, it will be nice if you know the names of the products. It will make your life easier. If you don't want to, obviously you have the apps on your phone, you can always translate. But I feel like once you start living in a country, you just start observing things, you start noticing what each product is named in that language. So you just start memorizing the names in German. And that's what happened to me. One more thing is that most of the Austrians, they know English, but they don't want to speak English. So there might be times when you want to initiate a conversation with someone in English and they might respond to you back in German. So when you go out to buy groceries or to buy anything, the cashier will always start speaking in German and you need to initiate the conversation in English yourself. Like when he or she starts speaking, you can say, hey, can you speak English? And then if they know English, they will definitely revert back to you with English. One suggestion is that if you are planning to live in Austria for a long term, definitely learn German because most of the jobs here are in German, so it's better if you know their language. It also makes you more involved in the community. But yes, if you're coming for something like me, like an internship or a student program, then it's fine with English. Have you ever faced any kind of racism being a Muslim and Pakistani in Austria? No, I have never personally faced any kind of racism, even though I have read some articles where people say that Austrians are racists, but I have not faced it. And another good thing about Vienna is that it's a very big international community. I think it's mainly because we have a lot of international students coming here to study. We have the UN, and the UN is a diverse community. So that makes you feel less outsider. You feel involved when you have international people around. But Austrians are not very friendly. So if you go to a very Viennese cafe, like a very traditional cafe, you'll find that the waiters are rude. And that's one thing that I felt weird when I came here because I felt like, why are they not smiling? Why are they not being nice? And so once you come here, you'll feel that too. Best thing about Vienna. So I have made a full video on the reasons why I love Austria. If you guys haven't checked it out, I suggest you check it because it's very detailed. But to answer this question briefly, I will say that the best thing that I like about Vienna is definitely the public transport. The public transport here is amazing. You can travel so easily from one place to another. There are three modes of transport here, which includes buses, trams, and trains. And they're always on time, they're very clean, they're very safe, and even the tickets are not that expensive. So that's definitely my most favorite thing about Vienna. Hardest part about working in the UN. So I couldn't think of any hardest part about working in the UN, but one thing that I want to point out is that when you're working in the UN, you need to be very careful about respecting other people's cultures because the UN is so diverse. You have people from every country there. So you need to keep that in mind that one thing that is common in your country may not be common in their country. So you need to be very careful. You need to respect their religion, their culture, their country, and you need to make sure that you don't say anything against their country. I think that's the only thing that I could think of. Otherwise, the UN is a really, really amazing workplace. It's really fun when you have friends from all around the world and you get to know their culture, you get to know their country. So it's really nice working there. Have you ever felt lonely outsider in Austria? Yes, I have. I feel like even if you're surrounded with your family or your friends, there comes a point in your life when you feel lonely. So, yes, I definitely felt lonely in Austria. When I moved here, everything was very exciting for me. Obviously, I was moving to a country that I've never been to before, new people, new places, new work, and I was super excited. And when I moved here, everything was good. And then eventually, I started meeting people. I tried my best to attend every event that I could. I went to every gathering so that I could meet more people. But at the end of the day, I could not feel like I have a proper friend. Like I would meet people, I would talk with them, and then when I went home, I would be like, I don't feel the connection with them. So I struggled with making friends for a while, and that was when I felt lonely. But things started to get better eventually. So, my suggestion to you is that if you're moving abroad to a country alone, then definitely go to every gathering that you can, meet people, and that is when you will start making friends. I also installed Bumble and I tried to make best friends. You know, there's a BFF Bumble. I even installed that. I met people through that, but still no luck in that. So I think it just takes time to make friends. And if you're an intern like me, you will have the benefit of having a lot of interns in your organization. If you are coming to work in the UN, then you'll find a lot of intern friends, which is really nice. Also, I just moved into this new dorm. Look how pretty the view is from the outside. What is the language of MBBS course in Austria? So unfortunately, most of the bachelor programs in Austria, they're offered in German and MBBS is one of them. But there are a few universities that offer English taught bachelor programs. They're mostly business related and I have made a detailed video on it. So if you haven't checked it out, make sure you do. The next question that I have is related to the bank statement and I got this question from a few people. So they're all asking the same question, how much do we need to show in our bank account? So if you are up to 24 years of age, you need to show that you have 569 euros in your account every month and you need to show it on an annual basis. So you need to show that you have 6,800 euros in your account every year. And if you are above 24 years, then you need to show that you have 1,030 euros in your account every month. And annually, it will be 12,360 euros. And the other question is, do we need to show our local currency in bank statement? Yes, you need to show your local currency. So let's say you are from Pakistan, you need to show it in your Pakistani bank account. Someone asked, should I go for JKU, TU Wien, or University of Vienna to study CS? So I read an article to answer this question and I found that TU Wien is on the top of the list. Then we have JKU and then we have University of Vienna. But honestly, all public universities here are really, really good. The tuition fees is same. And it also depends on what you're looking for. Like, do you want to live in Vienna or do you want to live in Linz? Because JKU is in Linz and the rest of the universities, the two universities, they're in Vienna. So do you prefer to live in a big city with a lot of entertaining stuff, or do you want to live in a smaller city? Are you still in Vienna? When are you coming back? When are you coming back? So when I posted this story of asking me a question, I was still in Pakistan, and it's been 3 days since I'm back in Vienna. So yes, I am back, and I will be here for another 4 months. And I will be making a separate video on why I'm here, what I'm doing now, where I'm living. I will also do a dorm tour because I really, really like this dorm that I'm living in right now. It's spacious, and I'm sharing it with another girl. So I will be making a video on that. So stay tuned. I'm answering one more question and then I'm heading out with my friends. So the question is, how did you manage your real estate job and studies at the same time? So back in Pakistan, when I was in college, I always wanted to earn my own pocket money so that I could buy my stuff without asking money from my parents. So I started freelancing when I was in 12th or 11th grade. I used to watch my sister do freelancing, and that is how the interest developed in me. I used to work on this platform called Upwork.com, which is a very, very great freelancing platform. And my sister already had an account there, so I used her account and I used to search for jobs related to data entry, transcription, internet research, and I used to find clients and work with them. So one of those clients, he really liked my job, and when I was in second year of my university, he hired me in his company. And that is when I started earning really good money. It was a real estate business and it was a US based company. So it was not hard for me to manage it because I used to go to the university in the morning and come back around 5 p.m. And the job started at 6 p.m. and lasted till 9 or 10 p.m. So it was not hard for me to manage it. I was actually enjoying it because it was paying me really good and I felt very responsible, very independent, that I don't have to ask my parents to give me pocket money. So that's my suggestion, that always try to earn your own money when you are studying. It feels really, really good. You feel very independent.